What's good, y'all? This is a step-by-step tutorial on how to fade. There's gonna be a high fade, nothing off the top, and we will be adding some enhancements. We're gonna fade down his beard. I'm gonna show y'all my system and the system I apply every day in the barbershop. So I'm gonna be coming in with my clipper all the way closed and starting my ball line with that. The reason I don't use my trimmer, it's harder to fade out. The trimmer leaves a hard line, and coming in with the clipper all the way closed, it allows me to do a more natural fade and a better gradiency. So now I open the clipper all the way up, and I go like 3/4 of an inch up, and I put my guideline there. And you want to be consistent with the guidelines. You just want to follow the one you put in the bottom. Now we go back down, and of course we're going to fade that line out. Some people call it lever play. You're just going to fade the line, open the lever if you need to, close the lever if you need to, or even put it halfway just to get that line out of there. Now this is the system I use. This is not the only way to cut hair. This is not the best way to cut hair. This is just what works for me. So now I just grab my 1.5 open, and I'm gonna go about 3/4 of an inch up as well, which is like a finger's width. Just gonna go up and set myself up, because since he's not cutting the top, I like the 1.5 open to be the last guard I use. Now I grab my 0.5 all the way open, and we're gonna go in between. We're gonna go right underneath the 1.5. We're just setting this fade up so it could be nice, natural blend. And you want to be real light too. Like, a lot of people tell me I'm light-handed, and you want to be, because you don't want to put the guard or the clipper against the client's head. Now I got the 0.5, and again you're gonna come in here, open, close it, whatever you need to do just to fade that line out. What I like to do with the 0.5 from wall is I use it one lever down. I don't use the wall guard. The wall 0.5, I don't use it all the way closed because it creates some patches. So I use it one lever, one click down, and that's what works for me. Now I just grab my 245 0.5 again. And you know, we just picking at the fade now, because I know my highest guard is the 1.5 open. So I know I could work anything under that 1.5 open. I know what I place there. So as long as I don't go above that, I'm good. Now this is why I stop at the 1.5, because anything above that guard, I just love to use my thinning shears with the small comb, with the small teeth comb. So we're just gonna go in there and pick at the fade. Just pick at it, pick at those dark spots. I feel like this blends perfect, especially when the client doesn't want to cut the top. You just want to be able to blend that fade into the length on top. And of course, you know, we gotta come in with the trimmer and remove all that hair that we no longer need, because that thing gotta get out of there. You know, this is a ball fade, like a high fade, so we gotta take that off. And again, with this trimmer, I am fading into my clipper close that I placed earlier, that I used my ball line with. So I'm coming in with this trimmer, and at the top, I'm gonna be fading out with it too. I'm gonna be flicking out so I don't create a line with the trimmer. Now I'm gonna come in with my shaver. And same thing with the shaver. Once I get to the top, to where I left the trimmer, I'm gonna flick out, because I don't wanna create a line with the shaver either. That's gonna be harder to fade out. Now he likes the shaver on the sides. He does not want the shaver on the back. So I gradually like fade it a little bit with the shaver. That way we don't put it on the back of his head. Now we're gonna come down to the beard. Same steps for the beard. We come in clipper. With the beard, I like to play it safe. So instead of just going straight with the clipper closed, I started with the clipper open. And we just fade it down. Right here I got my 0.5 open. And I'm just going slightly underneath that. And you're gonna lever play, you know, whatever you feel comfortable doing to get that fade going. Now for the beard too, I just come in with my thinning shears. I believe the guards can only do so much. So I feel like you get this more control when you grab your thinning shears, and you can really get fancy with them. So I do use them on the beard as well to finish my blend. Now on this side, we're gonna come in and repeat the steps. So I'm gonna speed this side up so you guys can just watch it again. And I'm basically just repeating what I did on the other side. And you guys can see this fade is coming out nice. Also, like, this is my first video, so if you guys want to see a certain haircut, you know, like a certain hairstyle or a certain haircut that you guys need me to walk y'all through, I could do that for y'all. So I can come on here, put out another haircut, a different hairstyle, maybe a taper, something different, so you guys can see that this fading system works for any hair texture. So that's some got to be. And we just came in there and sprayed some to hold the hair in place. Now with the trimmer, we're just gonna come in and line him up. Lining up is just a little bit of common sense. You just wanna, of course, not push the client back. There is some professional adjustments you can do for people that are receding, but in this case, he has a nice hairline, so we're gonna keep it nice and natural. He will be getting enhancements, so you guys are gonna see soon how we're gonna apply those. Alright, so this is the 245 no drip. We're just gonna come in here and spray his hairline. I'm a little far away from the hairline just because I don't want to spray a lot on at once. You know, I want to gradually spray so I could get control more of how much is going into his hair. Any excess spray, you could just brush it off. We're gonna come and do the same thing on this side. Now I left this on purpose. You see how it splattered on his face? We're just gonna brush that off. You know, things happen. It was an accident. I just, just wipe it off and keep it going. Now there's some hair fibers by 245 as well. I like these because this adds texture to the enhancement. It makes it look like hair. It makes it look more natural than just paint being on the client's hair. So you see how that starts taking a natural look. Same thing on this side. We're just gonna gradually spray. Then we got some more hairspray so we can lock in those hair fibers. Now we go straight to the beard. There's some 245 shaving gel. We're just gonna rub it on his beard. So when we apply the razor, it can glide and we don't yank on his hair because that hurts. We'll stretch the skin a little bit. Nothing crazy, you just want to stretch it off to the point where the blade can glide across his face. And you're not like cutting him or yanking on his hair. And we're going to sharpen up that vertical line. Get it nice and sharp. Same thing on this side. Now you guys notice, like, I lined up his hair before applying enhancements, but I do the razor after the enhancements so it could just look that much cleaner. And this is how he came in. This is the before. He needed a cut bad. And this is the after. Blessed him. It's crazy how a haircut really changes your appearance. But this is the cut. Hope y'all like it. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. It's your boy Jose.